what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Top of the Monday morning to you guys, everybody. This is a look at Vail. As you can see, it's closed now, but still beautiful. What a great weekend we had this weekend for closing day at Vail. Everything is closed up there, including the restaurants, at least for a few weeks. It's going to be a little quiet in town. I can say driving around has definitely been a little bit eerie almost, just because everybody seems to have gone away. But I know that this is the season for everybody to take vacations and all of that great stuff. If you are visiting, we still have so much to offer. And of course, if you're a local, you know as well that mud season is here and we're going to get all sloppy and messy. But then we get to experience all of the amazing things that we have for outdoor adventures here in the Vail Valley. Whether you like to fish or go horseback riding or do camping and have a great time out there, I like to go river rafting. That's a lot of fun. And of course, all of the outdoor entertainment venues that we have. We have Nottingham Park, we have Little Beach Amphitheater, and of course we have the Gerald Ford Amphitheater. We have Eagle, the block parties coming up, so many great things. So when June hits, we're going to be super busy. So right now we can relax, take hikes, and enjoy ourselves and just get on out there and enjoy the weather, even though we're still having a little bit of unseasonable and unreasonable weather for this time of year, but we will get through it all together and enjoy ourselves. You can always curl up with a great book from the Eagle County Library District or go on over to the movie theater in Riverwalk and catch a nice film. So there's a lot of great things for us to do still. Now, a lot of people are looking for jobs, and you know, I work around a lot of young people here, and I love to see the ambition, the drive, and the passion that everybody has. And there's something else that you can do if you're a young person and you want to be a professional in this lifetime. There's something called the Vail Valley Professionals. Actually, it's called the Vail Young Professionals Association that we have out here. Is vvpa.com. You can check them out. If you want to join in, that's a great group, and they have a lot of great things. It's a nonprofit organization, and they could just do so many things. They even have little events coming up, like they have a bike maintenance thing coming up, and it's at Seagull Cycles in Eagle. And what that is going to teach you how to obviously maintain your bicycle for the fun things you get to do this summertime coming up, because I know a lot of people get out there and get on those BMX courses and have a great time. So that's an interesting thing for all the young Vail Valley professionals. Go check them out today. And if you're a young professional or even a middle-aged professional and you speak fluent English and Spanish, we're looking for you here to do one of our editing jobs at TV8. You can join our family and be a super, super fantastic addition to our program and our little family here, because we love to have you, and we do need somebody that speaks both Spanish and English here. If you are interested, just email Danielle at tv8.com. Now, this is something else I want to bring up, because I've realized that if it's happening to me, it's happening to a lot of people. Do you have a lot of prescriptions that are either old or even vitamins and things like that, and or you're getting the wrong prescription sent to you from the pharmacy, and you all of a sudden have a bottle of things that you don't take anymore or you used to take, or if you've had a surgery and you have extra things left over that you don't want to just toss into the trash because you know that ends up in our rivers? Well, they do have something called the Colorado Household Medication and Sharps Take Back program. This to me is important because I always wonder, what do? I don't want to pollute, and I don't know how to get rid of the medicine. Well, now you do. There's literally a map of take back locations on this website, cdphe.co.org, and that's the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. And I can tell you locally, the Eagle County's Sheriff's Office will take your medications and disposable needles for diabetes and things like that. So now you know what you can do, and you can finally rest easy and know what to do with all these things that you're worried about polluting our environment. I find it very important. I hope you do too. We have a great show for you guys. Lots of really good, great clips to look back at and so much more. We'll let you know what it's like outside. And in fact, we're going to let you know what's going on with the weather right now to see what we can expect. We can expect 34 degrees by 8 a.m. 50 degrees today is your high, and 30% chance of rain today. As we look out through the entire day, we have partly cloudy skies, and winds will be coming at us west 5 to 10 miles per hour. Taking a look at the full day, sunny in the morning, and then the clouds will roll in. By noon, 45 degrees, partly cloudy skies. By 4 p.m., 48 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. And then the clouds will continue on through 8 p.m. and 41 degrees, and then we will expect our rain showers. Over in Denver, let's take a look. It's 64 degrees, nice and toasty over there. Only a 30% chance of precipitation. In Vail, 30% chance of same, 50 degrees. And in Eagle, 30% chance of precipitation, 57 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Partly cloudy in Avon, 30% chance of precipitation, and 52 degrees for your high. Tonight's overnight low is 27 degrees. We have a 60% chance of rain and snow. It's going to be a nice mixture overnight. And then we have lots of clouds rolling in while we sleep. And then tomorrow we have a lot of chance of snow, likely 70% chance of rain and snow, that wintry mix. And then 46 degrees is your high and 27 degrees is your low for Tuesday. On Wednesday, it's 30% chance of precipitation, so it lightens up a little bit. Partly cloudy skies, 50 degrees is your high. 26 degrees is your low. By Thursday, partly cloudy skies, 52 for your high, 28 for your low. By Friday, we'll have a 40% chance of mixture of rain and snow in the morning, 44 degrees for your high and 21 degrees for your low. And then by Saturday, we have mostly sunny skies. Yay, 50 degrees for your high and 28 degrees for your low. That's a look at your weather for today on a beautiful Monday. And now we're going to take a look at your resort report.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun & Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun & Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
Welcome back to the show. It's Monday morning. I'm Liz, your host, filling in for Maddie today. Now, we talk a lot about jobs here in the Vail Valley on TV8, and there is a new segment that we're all really excited to have, hosted by this lovely lady named Kim. It's going to be a weekly show. It's called Adventures in Coaching. Now, it's not about sports. This is about the business world. If you want to find success, maybe change your career, figure out your goals, and just push your potential to its highest limits, you're going to watch this new segment that we have because it's going to be super informative. Adventures in Coaching, that new segment. And Maddie had a chance to talk with our new host, Kim, with regards to what's going to be chatted about on this. And
good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming back. I'm totally nerding out about everything that you're saying, only because I think it's so important that people learn all of these lessons that you've been giving us.
Yeah, it really is a great way to really move your life forward and to think about, what is your purpose, which is what we're going to be talking about today. It's so foundational to your success.
And so let's talk about the concept of this life and business purpose that we are going to be talking about.
Okay, great. And so like what I was saying, it's so important to have a foundation and to understand what your purpose is, because so many of us walk through life not really knowing what makes us tick, maybe what is our calling, so to speak. And a lot of times we run into trouble when we don't really know what that is, because all of a sudden maybe you've been working for many years in a career, maybe you're just starting out and you're like, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't really fit. It's something I thought I was supposed to do, but it just doesn't really seem to fit. So when I start working with people, we say, I ask them hey, have you ever thought about what your purpose is? And they're like, well, what does that mean? And, it really is taking a look at, what is your reason for being? What is your why, so to speak? And we'll go into a little bit more about, how you develop that.
Now, as we're talking about purpose, everyone thinks about it kind of differently, and it's one of those topics that's so broad and so expansive. And so why is it important for people to find their purpose? That way they can drive themselves forward in their career.
It is so important because it really means that you're digging kind of deep into understanding what makes you tick and what is going to make you happy. And it doesn't mean that, you have a career that is maybe exactly that purpose. It's not so much what you do, it's your why and why are you doing it. And that comes before what you do. Now you can incorporate your purpose into your career. It can be a direct incorporation. Like for me, for example, mine is to help people to reach their potential and their success, right? So I do that full time. But prior to this, I brought that into my career, in my marketing and sales careers. And so, I was with a mindset of how can I help people succeed? So it doesn't have to be a direct one-to-one correlation, but it's really important to be clear on what it is and why you're doing it so that you can use it almost as a guidepost or a North Star, so to speak, when you're making a big decision.
Now, as people are at home listening, because you've definitely got me thinking about what my purpose is, how can they start to find and develop their purpose?
So it's really a combination of values, passions, and strengths. And what I mean by values are not necessarily your moral values, but what makes you happy? What's important to you? Could it be connecting with people? Could it be achieving things, risk-taking, adventure, honor, justice, those kinds of things? And I've got a huge list of those things that we go through when you're working with me in terms of defining what those values are. And it's also important to look at what your passions are. What is it when you're doing it that you forget everything around you? You get lost in what you're doing. And if you can tap into that feeling and bring that into your purpose, think about what it is that you're doing when that happens. That's also a really key point of determining your purpose. And then, of course, your strengths. If there's something that you're really good at, are you good at writing? Are you good at speaking? Are you good at math, science, whatever? What is it that you're good at? You may not even be doing that in your current role right now, but consider that, because that all kind of goes into the mix of determining what your purpose is.
Which I think is so cool. Even to hear you talk about it, you can see that you are passionate about what you do. Yeah. But we talked about it in the last one where this fills your cup helping other people. So then it brings that aspect of passion into it, which is how you're in the right spot. You found your purpose, not only personally, but when it comes to your career as well. And that's such a unique opportunity and experience for people to sit down, think about it, and have someone guide them through it, because this is something I have personally never thought about.
Yeah. oh, that's interesting. We'll have to talk about that.
I know. Now I'm gonna like sit down and have you coach me, just so that I can develop my purpose.
And it's those aha moments when somebody, suddenly realizes that, like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought of this. Here's an opportunity for me to really define my life and determine what direction I really truly want to go in and what's going to, fit for, my passions and my values and my purpose. What is that fit?
And so once you've helped people find their purpose, how do you guys determine if they are living in alignment with their purpose or not?
So that is a great question, and I like to use the analogy of like being in a little boat riding down the river. If you guys can imagine, we do a lot of river sports up here. You're in a boat. You hit the side sometimes, and sometimes you go into a little eddy, and maybe there's some rapids, and occasionally you might get thrown out of that boat. But generally, you get back on, you're having fun, and things are going. But when you're not living your purpose, that is when you're in flow, right? But when you're not living your purpose, it probably feels like you're trying to paddle upstream. And you're going up and hard, you're getting more and more tired. And that's how, it works in life. You may experience, burnout in your job, or just like frustration and not feeling like things are fitting. And so that's how I like to use that analogy, just to sort of like do that sanity check. Am I living my purpose or not?
Which I think is something that a lot of people let go by the wayside here, because we do live this like extravagant lifestyle of being outside and doing these recreational sports that we know and we love, and we're soaking up the sunshine, and we're skiing, and we're snowboarding, and we're river rafting, and we're hiking, and we're doing all of these things that help us personally stay sane. But when you transform that into your career, it totally can make a difference, because it can help with your mental health stability, like you said. It can help avoid burnout, and it can lower your stress levels incredibly.
Yes, extremely. And I also think it's really important, because if you have a major decision to make in your life, maybe it's a career change or you're wanting to move, it's a really great way to sort of like measure up, like, is this decision I'm going to make aligned with my purpose? And if it's not, you should really think about, what else you might want to be doing.
Now, as people are listening, because I've been listening this whole time, and they're looking for those specific next steps to start finding their purpose, where do you start?
So the specific next steps are to really think about, again, what are your values, and what is it that is making you passionate about something? What do you love doing? And when you're doing it, you're like in that zone, right? You're in the flow. So that's, you can certainly go, there's a lot online about like how to determine your purpose, but I've come up with a methodology that I think breaks it down a lot more simply than what I'm able to find online. And it's confusing. There's a lot of information out there, from individual purpose to business purpose to mission and vision. And I will talk about mission and vision down the road, but getting clear on your purpose is really important.
And then you said that magic word right there, flow, because once you get your brain to that flow state, and it's easy for you to get up, know what you're doing, be successful in what you're doing, but also not be so overwhelmed that you are experiencing that burnout, your life becomes transformed for the better.
Yes, that's certainly the hope, right? And the reason for doing this is to get people to a place where they're happy and they feel empowered and that they know where they want to go with their lives.
Now, what is one of the biggest benefits people will see as they start to develop their purpose and kind of define it a little bit better?
Really, it is about being clear about where you're going and what you want to do. It's pretty simple, right? Taking that and what do you feel when you are living on purpose? And then, how do you align it with your life? That's the next step, is to kind of look at, okay, I've got my purpose figured out. How do I incorporate that into my life? And it doesn't have to be, like I said, a one-to-one exact, this is my purpose and therefore I'm going to only do this. But how do you bring it into your life, into your relationships, with your family, your coworkers, your work? It really is an umbrella that goes over everything that you're doing.
Which I think is one of the most fascinating parts for me, just to hear you talk about this, but then know your story of you finding that purpose throughout your career and succeeding very well in this marketing career that you had for so long, but realizing you wanted more and you wanted to bring these two together, and now you have the opportunity to do both. So I have a couple more questions for you, but one of them is, if someone is at home listening to this and they're like, wow, I feel like I could develop so much by having some one-on-one time with Kim, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you, to book you as their coach?
Thank you for asking. You can go to my website, which is adventuresandcoaching.com, or reach me at kim@adventuresandcoaching.com. It's pretty straightforward. Just reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to you. There's also a little form on my website that tells me a little bit more about you before we talk. And I set up initial calls just to kind of do a little discovery and see if it might be a good fit for both of us.
It is important that you make sure that you guys click well together. Now, we're going to continue to do these sessions where you can not only help us critically think about maybe our purpose or where we want to grow professionally or personally, or just really to define what we think we should be doing. So what are some of the other great topics we're going to be covering?
So we're going to be talking about some women in business issues because I am currently holding a Women in Business series through the Vail Valley Partnership. And that's been really enlightening for me to be able to work with a lot of women in the Valley and talk about, what are the challenges here. So I'll be talking about that, leadership, communication skills. I am going to be doing a segment on business coaching and what that looks like. And so, the topics are endless. And if there's anything that you guys want to hear from me about, please let Maddie know here, and we'll go from there.
Kim, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, giving all of us this great information. You've definitely got me critically thinking about where I want to go and what my purpose is.
Right.
And I think that's one of the coolest parts about you taking these next steps with people to just help them grow.
Yeah, thanks so much. It's been fantastic spending time with you, and I love talking about this, and I'm super excited to be part of the Vail Valley and the business community here, and look forward to coming back again soon.
Kim, again, thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you continue to stay tuned as we are going to continue to dive deeper in this Adventures in Coaching, only because it can help you in so many ways grow better than you knew possible. And defining your purpose is one of those very first steps. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now, we've got a Rumple blanket with us, which this is the original puffy blanket. And if you have not seen one of these, well, then they are great for the environment. And the reason that is because this blanket right here is made out of 60 recycled water bottles. So I'm just going to fold this down a little bit. You can see what the blanket looks like. These are absolutely amazing if you're getting out there to do anything outside. They are water and stain resistant as they are finished with a DWR on there, making it nice and convenient for all of your outdoor needs. Not only does it curl up into this nice little packaging, so it's super low-key, mellow to take anywhere with you, but as well as getting it out and about, it is made with synthetic insulation, which means that it is machine washable. So if you do spill something on it, it's super easy to get nice and clean. You can see that this is a beautiful one with the Arches National Park on it. You can head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on one of these fabulous blankets, or you can go to their website at sunandski.com, and that way you can order one right to your house. We want to thank them for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. It's Monday. I'm your host, Liz, filling in for Maddie today. It's going to be a great day. We love to chat about jobs and the workforce and our goals and our dreams. Well, we have another clip to show you where Maddie talked to Bill Humbert. He is a recruitment specialist. He's got so many great tidbits and ideas. And just take a listen and find out what he has to say and where we can find out so much more about it.
Are you looking to shift careers? Have you always wondered what goes on when you give your resume to a company or how you could improve your resume? Well, then we've got an expert to chat with us about what you could do better and what actually happens with those resumes. So we want to introduce you to Bill Humbert. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Maddie, it's so great to be here. Thank you.
You're on your third book, and all of your books, I looked online, have raving reviews because they're so beneficial. And especially now, this day and age, there's so much technology that people are always like, oh, the resume is not that big of a deal, but it is.
Well, it is, and if you work your search correctly, it isn't. And so that's the dichotomy that people have to deal with.
Now, you've been doing this job where you've been helping people recruit and being a great recruiter and a talent attraction consultant. That's a tongue twister as well. How long have you been doing this?
I've been a professional recruiter for over 40 years. I started in 1981. And, oh gosh. And I've done 26 years of career coaching when I don't have recruiting contracts.
So what makes you an expert on resume writing?
I've read over 400,000 resumes since 1981.
And how long do you spend on reviewing a resume before you decide if that's the right candidate for you or not?
So Maddie, let me throw that back to you. How long do you think I spend on each resume?
I'm going to say 10 minutes tops.
I was timed in 1993 by Andrea. And I went through about 150 resumes. And when I got finished, I didn't even know she was standing behind me. I was so focused on reading those resumes. And she said, I just timed you when you read the resumes. And I went, really? And she goes, yeah. And I went, so what'd you find out? You spent as little as 2 seconds on a resume and as much as 12 seconds on a resume. You averaged 6 seconds a resume. And Maddie, since that was 1993, I like to think I've improved since then.
I would like to think so as well. That is such a quick time to look down, see all the information, and see if it's a good resume or not. Now, when people are giving their resumes to companies to maybe apply for that new position, where do those resumes actually go?
In today's world, they end up in applicant tracking systems. And if you apply through a job board, many times a job board also screens the resume. So it gets into the applicant tracking system. And what happens is they call it artificial intelligence, but I call it artificial intelligence. And what happens is they compare your resume to the job description that generally is poorly written.
Which I think is important for people to be looking at, and especially as they're applying for their new jobs. Now, I mean, you've gone through so many resumes. So what makes a resume stand out from others so people can take this knowledge and then rewrite their resumes if they're looking for that new job?
The best thing to do is to make sure that your resume has all of the keywords that are in the job description. And if that keyword is in it 5 times, it has to be in your resume 5 times. Now, this artificial intelligence unbelievably doesn't read a past tense as being a present tense or a present tense as being a past tense. So you don't, if the job description had it in past tense and you put present tense on your resume, it doesn't count.
See, these are all things that I never knew. So do you have a real life story that illustrates how all of this works?
Yeah, I was coaching a Harvard MBA, and they were just lamenting that I can't seem to get interviews. I've got great experience. I've got a Harvard MBA. I can't get an interview. I said, well, do me a favor, send me your last job description that you applied for that you didn't hear from anybody, and then send me the resume that you sent to that company. And he did. And what happened was I ran it through, there's some software that anybody can use, and it's free if you don't want to go into a lot of detail. And it's called jobscan.co. And what it does is it matches the job description to your resume. And so this person got a 36 score. And I looked at the words that the resume did not have. And in the job description, for some reason, for this senior level position, they had high school diploma required. Now, let me ask you a question. How many Harvard MBAs are going to have high school diploma on their resume?
I'm going to confidently say all of them.
Well, none of them will say they have it. All of them will have had it by definition.
Right. Right. And those are things that, honestly, the younger generation might not know. Now, as we are advancing our technologies and we have things like LinkedIn, let's talk a little bit about how people could up their LinkedIn profile to be noticed by those jobs and those companies and those recruiters such as yourself, so that their profile matches the goal of their career.
Well, the best way is to find the target company that you want to work for with the target position that happens to be open, if you're going to do it using LinkedIn. And then make sure that you use the same words that are in the job description in your LinkedIn profile. And I call that speaking their language. And when that recruiter reads that profile, they'll see that you're speaking their language, and they're much more likely to contact you.
Now let's talk a little bit about your website really quickly, because you have a great website, therecruiterguy.com, correct?
Recruiterguy.com, yes.
Recruiterguy.com. Now, if people are interested in some of the great services that you offer, can you give us just a brief overview of what services you offer to help people?
Absolutely. So my number one business is my talent attraction consulting business. And that I work with companies to begin to attract talent as opposed to trying to acquire talent. I am also a speaker, National Speaker Association speaker, so I'm a professional speaker. And I speak on talent attraction, on career search topics, and then also on proper goal setting. And then my 3 books are there. And then I have a blog. The blog is Just Saying. And there's probably 300 blogs in there now. And so it's fun, it's informative, and you can see my speaker reel, and I enjoy doing what I do. I love what I do.
Which, it's never a day of work if you love what you do, and you're going to help people find those careers that they love as well. Now, if people are interested in your 3rd book, Expect Success, where can they find it?
Well, Expect Success, The Science of the Over 50 Career Search, has a 5-star review. And what's really cool is the reviewer said, you know what, you don't have to be 50. I wish I had this book when I did a recent search. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and what's really cool is even Walmart online has picked it up.
Congratulations. That has to feel amazing as an author. Now let's talk a little bit about the other books that you have written and where people can find those and what they are about as well.
So Recruiter Guy's Guide to Finding a Job is now out of print. That one I wrote in 2010, was published in 2010. Employee 5.0, Secrets of a Successful Job Search in the New World Order. That one's also really important for college students because there's a chapter in there that's just totally devoted to college students and internships and the importance of internships and how to find that first career job after graduation. And that's also available on Amazon. And then Expect Success.
Bill, thank you so much for taking the time, chatting with us, giving us all this great information. And now if I'm ever in the market for a job, I'm coming right to you.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing you someday, Maddie.
Hopefully, maybe not. I love what I do here. I think it's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
Bill, thank you again for taking the time to chat with us and giving us all this great information.
Thank you, Maddie. It was fun.
Make sure that you check out his website. That way, if you have any questions or maybe you're ready to make that career shift, well, he's a great starting point because he's going to help you find your dream job. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey there, I'm Stacey Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail. And today, please tune in as we talk about the history of Avon. It is something that every viewer should know about because what's better than knowing about the town that we live in, the culture, the history, and ultimately the respect that we owe this town. So stay tuned. We'll be with you later today on Good Day Vail.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Liz here in your TV8 Weather Center. Let's take a look and see what your Monday looks like. By 8 a.m., 34 degrees. Your high today is 50 degrees. We have a 30% chance of rain today. Winds will be coming at us from the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. We can take a look at the full day. Sunshine in the morning, then the clouds will start to roll in by noon, 45 degrees. By 4 p.m., 48 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies. By 8 p.m., snow showers and 41 degrees. We'll take a look right now at the I-70 corridor. Let's see what's going on in Denver, where it's the warmest at 64 degrees. We have a 30% chance of precipitation over in Denver. In Vail, 30% chance of precipitation. 50 degrees is your high, and then 57 degrees is your high in Eagle. 30% chance of precipitation, 30% chance of the same in Avon, and 52 degrees. Taking a look right now at your overnight low is 27 degrees, 60% chance of snow showers while we sleep, everybody. And then we'll wake up and see if it's stuck to the ground or not. By tomorrow, 70% chance of rain and snow, 46 degrees for your high, 27 degrees for your low. By Wednesday, 30% chance of precipitation. Partly cloudy skies, 50 degrees is your high, 26 degrees is your low. And on Thursday, we have partly cloudy skies. And the same about the temperature, 52 for your high and 28 degrees for your low. By Friday, we still have a 40% chance of precipitation in the morning, and then 44 is your high and 21 degrees is your low. And then by Saturday, we have a nice sunshiny day with mostly sunny skies, 50 degrees for your high and 28 degrees for your low. Thanks to Sun and Ski for giving us this weather report. They're located in Avon. You can shop online at sunandski.com or go on in and talk to one of the people that works there. They know everything about everything in that store. They have a full-on great selection of all the clothing, the gear for all your sports needs, and they have sunglasses and pretty much everything, even sunscreen, which we need because we are super close to the sun. So go take a look over there at Sun and Ski, and they are our sponsor for weather right here on TV8 Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
We're really excited to introduce you to TV8's newest on-air segment. It's called the TV8 Visitors Bureau, and what that does is it helps you navigate getting around town from point A to point B, or find the restaurant you want to go to, or maybe even give you tips on where you should go for what kind of meal you're looking for. And right now we're here at the Avon Transit Center, where we're going to be giving you information on which bus you should catch depending on where you want to go, because there's a red line, a blue line, a skier and restaurant shuttle, and so there's a lot of information here. If you're staying down in Avon, the Avon Skier Shuttle will pick you up at so many great locations and get you up to Beaver Creek Mountain for you to enjoy skiing and riding up there. And the bus comes every 15 minutes to each stop, so therefore you can get to the mountain very quickly and efficiently. You can go to avon.org for more information in the entire bus schedule. Now, the EcoBus is an inter-county bus that can take you from Eagle to Vail and anywhere in between. Whether you're looking to go to Minturn or Eagle Vail, this is the bus that's going to get you from point A to point B. And for more information on that, you'll go to eaglecounty.us to see exactly the bus schedule that's taking place there. That's going to do it for this edition of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. I hope it helps you get from point A to point B, and it helps you navigate the bus system here in Avon just a little bit. We'll be back with more after this.
Hi, it's Master TV8 Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tvavail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. I'm sensing a theme today. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to employment, and it's a big deal because everybody's getting back into that workforce and really finding their true selves. Well, Maddie had an opportunity to talk with the author of Suits and Skirts. This is all about empowering women in business and finding your best goals that you can take yourself to. And we're going to find out how to do such a thing right now with Maddie.
Are you looking for a great book to read, and have you been struggling maybe in your career choice? Well, then there is one out there on the market called Suits and Skirts, Game On, The Battle of Corporate Power. And we've got the author joining me first thing this morning, Teresa Freeburn. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's so good to be here. Thank you, Madeline.
I really love everything about your book. Unfortunately, I did not have time to go through every single chapter, but I did skim each chapter, especially because there's such good names in there, like the one that's like, "Stop, you're stepping on my skirt." And so let's talk about what inspired you to write this book.
Oh, absolutely. And I guess the other part too is it's not just about the book, but it's about who I directed it to. So, you know, I've directed the book specifically to men. And I think that the whole reason that came out is because no one else seems to have done it, okay, for starters. But, you know, I don't think it's any secret here. Women have been seeking power for decades, but to no avail. And my thesis is that men are actually the ones holding and keeping women back from attaining powerful C-suite and board positions. And the bottom line is what's really important here, because it's to the detriment of the corporate bottom line. And of course, the reasons vary, but the results don't. I think you just have to do the math, and women are still very highly underrepresented in leadership roles. And in the book, I'm actually speaking directly to the men that are blocking women's corporate advancement. So it's kind of this no hold barred discussion, and it will no doubt ruffle some feathers out there.
And you wrote this book, I would imagine, from some of your personal experience and what you had been through in the corporate world.
Yes, I did. I have worked for decades in the financial services industry, which is a pretty male-dominated industry to start with. So, yes, I bring all of those learnings over the many decades and try and get them into some concise matter here. And I guess what fuels me on this, too, is, you know, I keep hearing, you read the newspaper clippings and they talk about, you know, all the progress that women have made in senior management and advancement and leadership. But I guess at the end of the day, if you call an increase in the Fortune 500 of 40 female CEOs over the course of 50 years a success, then I think we all need to question those math skills. You know, one female CEO in 1972 and now 44 in 2022, 50 years. I don't think that's an improvement. And I think it's ridiculous and it's pathetic and it's shameful. So, you know, I think what happens, we sort of get complacent when we hear the news. We hear about all the progress. We isolate one woman that got a promotion and we talk about that. But at the end of the day, I don't know, I feel that a goal like 50-50 would be a good way to set out a goal. And if you think of the population and the education that women now have and the history and experience that they have, it's like it's time for them to take their rightful place here. And I think the world will be very different if that can happen.
I love this so much. I'm one of 6 children and I have 4 brothers. And so even in my small household, I feel like it's a fight for power just amongst those little things. And so to take that to an industry much larger, let's take it to the big, huge corporate world, women do have to fight harder. And you know, this is something I've recently noticed. I feel like the strategy that is used is they pit women against each other.
Oh, yeah, it's always easy to do that, right? It's like women are the blame for the reason why we can't be advanced corporately. You know, I think it's about, there's some sabotaging going on out there, I believe, and that, you know, corporations, which are primarily led by men, they seem to be a bit oblivious to it. You know, they're indifferent, or worse, they're overtly obstructive to matters relating to the advancement of women. So if you really think about it, though, the major roadblock is men's lack of advocacy for women. And there's all sorts of reasons for that. But I think that there's still some pretty old-fashioned views out there. I think there's a lot of leaders that still consider that sort of that old, you know, work family narrative to be a big problem still. Here's the reality. Women can have children and still be great at our jobs. Okay. I know it's a shocker, but, all these questions about maternity leave and, the motherhood penalty it is real. And these things are huge roadblocks for women to get ahead. And then, of course, you start talking about things like, what about the networks? We always say, oh, well, women, get involved with your networks. That's going to really help advance you in leadership. Here's the problem. Women's networks aren't working. Men's networks work really well, because guess who they've got in those networks? All the men that are in those very powerful positions. We don't have as many in the women's networks. And I guarantee you, no man wants to join a women's network because there's no power there. Why would they? Where's the advancement going to come from? So,
uh-oh. I think we have maybe lost a little bit of connection, and I feel like all of these points that you are making are so fantastic, and this book is just so inspiring, not only for women to read it, but for men to read it. So let's go back to where we just left off with you talking about these groups and these networking groups.
Yes, my view there is that women's networks just aren't working. Men's networks work really well. And that's because there's a lot of powerful people in the men's network. So if you think about it, would you think a man would want to join a woman's network? Not a chance. There's no one there that they're going to gain more power from, learn from, follow the footsteps of. That just doesn't work that way. So we're at a disadvantage right there. And the boys' clubs are pretty entrenched in corporations today. Just the idea that, men don't think anything of, going for a drink after work. What are women doing? We're rushing home to our families to get dinner on and get kids looked after and homework done and baths done.
Oh no, I think that we've lost your connection again, but all of this information is so powerful, and these are pieces and tidbits that people can get from your book so people can have this understanding. I feel like it's so powerful when women write books, sharing their experience. That way people can live through their eyes a little bit. And so this is a way for everyone to live through your eyes about what you went through in corporate America.
Thank you. Yes, it is. And I hope that folks get the same sort of takeaway that I did, and that is to imagine a world and what it would look like if women held a proportionate share of leadership roles, that is in the C-suite and at the board table. Think of what those agendas and those discussions and strategies and results will be. So that's what I leave your viewers with.
Well, I have another question for you. As you were writing the book, what steps did you learn along the way? Because obviously there's a lot that went into this book, a lot of personal experience, but you want more than just that. So what other resources did you use as you were writing the book?
Well, I did some primary research as well. I went out and did some online research with about 260 participants because I thought I want to have something to ground the book, make sure that it's not just Teresa's opinions here. And it was great because it really did sort of ground my thinking and my thesis here. So that was very helpful. But of course, I have so many stories. And as I start to talk to people in powerful positions and they start to tell me their stories, again, it just validates where I was coming from to start with. I think this is something we just don't talk about too much or not enough as to the reasons why women are sitting at that very stagnated level. To say that 25% of board positions are now filled by women, why? Why isn't it 50? I'm shocked by that. But to hear all of the reasons why, well, thank you, Teresa. You'd make a really good board member. However, we just don't have any openings at this time. Well, then make the damn openings. That's kind of how I feel. So I think that the more I talk to people out there, the more I want to go and buy, sort of write that next book because there's so much more to say. So.
There's a lot to say and there's a lot to learn from your books. Now, as it's going out into the world and people can get their hands on it, how do you think this could change experiences for women across the country?
Well, it's a good question you're asking because although I wrote it for men, that's really who it's directed at. I've talked to some of my mentees. I have a few women that are that like to chat with me on a regular basis, which is fantastic. I love doing that. And they just said, no, Teresa, it's great that you've written it to direct at men, but as a young woman, I needed a playbook and I just got one. And I think that that's just a very telling situation because I think that they honestly don't know about, what they should say when they're in positions that I've described in the book and how to react and sort of how to keep their cool, but yet get their point across. So, yeah, I think that was just a really great observation.
I think it's so powerful what you're doing, only because you are becoming an activist for women all over, and whether it's at that C-suite and board level or whether it's at a lower position, like I was telling you, I worked in that marketing firm for a little while, and it was hard work. I was fighting tooth and nail to constantly have my ideas be heard, but if the same idea was proposed by someone else, then it was immediately like, that was a great idea. And I was like, this makes no sense to me. Like, I said that a week ago with a full paycheck
Exactly.
too.
And it's funny because I've had that exact same experience I've talked about in the book, and not once, not twice, several times, where I had such a great idea, and then I realized, why is this now such a great idea? It wasn't an idea like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, but now it is. So, and it was because a man in a more senior position in a leadership role actually made the position known to everyone, and everyone, oh, that's a great idea, but they weren't listening to me. So I feel sometimes that I'm a little, and this has gone back for decades, that I'm kind of invisible, even though you're sitting at an executive table, that your view just isn't as respected and considered as much as other men in the room. So it's real. The struggle is real.
It's so real. Now, if people would like to read your book, obviously it's directed towards men, but I do think it's a great playbook for women to get their hands on and maybe just give them those little tidbits of advice on how to talk to someone, how to stand up for themselves, learning from your experiences and all of the other research you've done. Where can they buy your book?
Right now, it's available on Amazon, so please go ahead and order that. Just look it up under Suits and Skirts, Game On, Freeborn, and you will get that. It's on pre-order until next week, and it gets released, so it'll be in your hands very shortly. It's also available on other booksellers like Barnes & Noble as well, so help yourself, and it's in Kindle, softcover, and hardcover.
Teresa, thank you so much for giving us all this great information. Thank you for being the voice that women everywhere in corporate America need. We all really appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Madeline. It's been my pleasure to chat with you. We'll talk soon.
Make sure that you go online, you pre-order her book while you can. If not, then wait until it's released, but get your hands on it just because it's a great guide and really a great lesson for everyone to learn. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tvavail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun and Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the second hour of Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz, filling in for Maddie today. We had a great first hour. Second hour will not disappoint either. I want to let everybody know about what's going on at the Bookworm of Edwards this week. On the 27th at 6 p.m., if you're a geology enthusiast, you're going to want to get out there and meet the author, Amy Elwine. She is the author of Geology Underfoot on Colorado's Western Slope, and it's going to be super intriguing. You want to learn about rock formations and where to find these great places to go. Check it all out. Well, that's the night for you. 6 p.m. on the 27th over at the Bookworm. It's only a $10 fee, and it's going to be so worth it. And if you love being outside and you love all of this great, beautiful stuff, well, the full moon and eclipse will be on Friday, May 5th, and the day before, you can literally have a full moon lunar eclipse workshop at Revolution Power Yoga. Now, what is that? I don't know. We're going to find out if you want to go in, and it's just a beautiful experience, and you get to learn all about the lunar eclipse and how it affects our energy and all of that other great stuff. So that's going to be great. So mark your calendars for Friday, May 5th to experience the full moon eclipse and to go on over to Revolution Power Yoga to check out the workshop, which takes place on the 4th, the day before, at 6 p.m. Now, I like to fill in for Maddie, and when I do, I want to tell you what's going on. Today's National Day is National Bucket List Day. So it's never too late to set yourself new goals, or if you have old goals that you haven't pulled off yet, start doing it. I only have one bucket list, and that's to be close and up close and personal with an elephant. That's it. That's my bucket list. It's been a little big life. And it's also National Pigs in a Blanket Day. So if your bucket list is to see how many pigs in a blanket you can cram in your mouth, well, today's the day to do it. Set a record, everybody. It's going to be a great Monday, and we're going to find out what the weather looks like today. 34 degrees by 8 a.m., 5, and then it's going to be 50 degrees is your high today, and 30% chance of rain today. Now we're going to have sunny skies rather, in the morning, and then by noon it'll be 45 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Clouds will roll in even more. By 4 p.m., 48 degrees. By 8 p.m., 41 degrees, and lots of snow showers or rain. It's going to be a wintry mix, everybody. In Denver's 30% chance of precipitation and 64 degrees, warmest place here. And then in Vail, 30% chance of precipitation, 50 degrees is your high. 30% chance of same in Eagle, 57 degrees is your high. And 52 degrees in Avon, and 30% chance of a wintry mix. Today's low is 27 degrees. At night, as we sleep tonight overnight, and then it's going to be a 60% chance of precipitation, a mix of rain and snow overnight. Taking a look at the week, by Tuesday, 70% chance of that wintry mix, everybody. 46 degrees for your high, 27 degrees for your low. By Wednesday, a little less, 30% chance of same. Partly cloudy skies, 50 degrees for your high, a little bit warmer that day, 26 degrees for your low. By Thursday, warming up again, partly cloudy skies, 52 degrees for your high and 28 degrees for your low. By Friday, we still have a 40% chance of a wintry mix and 44 degrees for your high and 21 degrees for your low. By Saturday, we get some sunshine with mostly sunny skies throughout the day, 50 degrees for your high and 28 degrees for your low. That is a look at your weather right here on Good Morning Vail for TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then make sure you tune in every day at 6:30 and 10:30 p.m. to catch The Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe. I'll be your host, Maddie Evans, and I can't wait to see you there.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Welcome back to the show. As you all know, we have a brand new segment here on TV8. It's called Glitz and Glam, and Gretchen is the host. Well, she made her way over to Dr. Manget's office, and she's going to find out all the great things that they do to make us feel good about ourselves as we age and see what we can do about our skin and so much more. Let's look and see.
Welcome to Glitz and Glam. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I'm so excited to be here at the Manget Copit Plastic Surgery and Skincare. Let's go in. I'm here with the incredible Dr. Manget. I'm so excited. We are here at Manget Copit Plastic Surgery and Skincare, and I am so excited to introduce you to him and hear about all the incredible things that you guys have to offer.
Well, thank you. So if you can think about personal enhancement, face or body or skin, we offer that. So we're kind of an all-inclusive provider of surgical and non-surgical personal enhancement. We are kind of surgery specialists in this practice in that I specialize just in the face and neck, And Dr. Kopit, he does face and neck, but specializes in body procedures. So we're able to really focus in on certain procedures that are of interest to people. Common things like facelifts and eyelid lifts and brow lifts and rhinoplasties, forehead lifts, chemical peels, laser resurfacing. And then Dr. Kopit does a lot of breast augmentation, breast reduction, tummy tucks, mommy makeovers. At certain stages in people's lives, they find that it's not only aging process, maybe some sun changes, and following childbirth. There are certain needs that people have, and so we try to fulfill all of those. And then on the non-surgical side, a significant part of our practice is providing those non-surgical enhancements, things like Botox, Dysport, now Daxify. These all try to get rid of expression lines. And then fillers and injectables that enhance the face otherwise in terms of restoring volume to the face that you've lost with age or genetics. And then we have a variety of technologies that do skin resurfacing, getting rid of red and brown spots, tightening the skin with radiofrequency microneedling, things like that. So, the menu is rather extensive. But overall, I would say that our focus is always on producing that natural, never had surgery look. And I think that's most people, that's what they want.
Well, and that's what I was going to say is so special about you guys is I know many people like myself who have come in here and you make people feel so beautiful and look so natural. Just enhancing their beauty is the main factor here. It's not about transforming into something different. It's just enhancing your natural beauty, which I love.
Absolutely, and you don't ever do the same thing on every person. You have to tailor the procedure for their particular needs based on their facial structure, proportions, their personality. All of those things come into play. But ultimately, we really like what we do because we're helping people in ways other than when you typically think of going to the doctor to have, an appendectomy or knee surgery or whatever, these are personal type of goals people have where they want to feel good about themselves. And so that's what we try to do.
I'm here with my friend Chloe Banning. How are you doing, Chloe?
So good, Gretchen. Thank you.
So Chloe and I go way back because I am going to give a little bit of props to Chloe because she's amazing. She works over here and she does amazing Botox, and you do so much more than that. Botox, fillers, etc., all things beauty related.
Yeah, the bread and butter of my practice is injectables, so Botox and fillers. I also do a lot of skin treatments such as lasers, microneedling, as well as assist my patients with skincare regimens for at home.
And I love it because you can see Chloe's face is so beautiful. Her skin is amazing and glowing. And truly, when I first met her, I was like, this is what I want. And so I feel like you do such a brilliant job. So many people across the valley come to you and you really enhance people's beauty and help them feel good from the inside out. And that's, I know, something that's really important to you here.
Yes, definitely. I think that is my favorite part of my job is just when their confidence is boosted. I love seeing that smile that comes across their face. That truly is the best part of treating patients.
So Chloe, I know you do skincare routines, you do Botox, you do fillers, you do all these amazing things. What is your favorite thing to do here?
Oh man, that's such a hard question. I think two things: Botox, because it's a home run every time. Everyone loves Botox. And then I also really love fillers as well because you actually see it as it's happening. You see the lifting effects, you see the wrinkles improving, you see the lips becoming more hydrated. So you see it in action, and I just really love that about fillers. When you're looking for an injector, you want someone that's going to tell you the truth, and that may say no if you don't need a treatment. So I think just making sure that I'm giving the best recommendations for my patients is always the most important thing for me.
And Chloe, I was going to ask you too, how long have you worked here?
Yeah, so I've been here for almost 3 years, and before I was practicing here, I was working at a dermatology office in Las Vegas, doing both medical and cosmetic dermatology.
And I actually have to tell you too, I found Chloe on Instagram. I was so excited. So many women were sharing about their amazing experience with you and showing all the different things they could. And I remember asking one of my girlfriends how I could get your number, how I could get your name, and then now you're blowing up.
Thanks. Yeah, I think Instagram is a great way for me to showcase my skill set, showcase my personality. So yeah, feel free to check out my Instagram.
And that's a good kind of segue here too. I was wondering if people are excited and after meeting you and seeing the amazing work you do, I know they will be, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so best way is to call the office to schedule a visit. I do free consultations, so do the doctors as well. So feel free to just give the office a call to schedule a free consultation.
I'm here with Dr. Kopit. I'm so excited at the Mangit Kopit Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
I love the space. I love the people here. And I really love that you make people feel naturally beautiful and make them feel good from the outside in, I should say.
Well, we try. We want, their external appearance to sort of match better how they feel inside. So most people feel younger at times as they age than they look. And so our goal is to sort of get it all in symmetry and help people look and feel younger.
So I know you do so many different things, and if you could tell us some of those things.
Well, we do, what our goal here is to have a state-of-the-art, full-service cosmetic surgery center. So from surgery, skincare, non-invasive body sculpting procedures, we feel that we have everything that anybody might want or need. Our goal is to have you come in and tell us what bothers you, and we know that we have something to address it. We do cosmetic surgery from head to toe, which sounds like a lot, but it's really probably about 10 operations. I think really the art of it is when you can really fit the patient with an operation that'll get them a safe and natural result, and then you see them afterwards. I mean, whether it's a rhinoplasty or facelift or tummy tuck, or I don't know that the actual surgery is as interesting at this point in my career as just sort of getting the right fit for the patient.
We want to thank the incredible people at Mangit Kopit Plastic Surgery and Skincare. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. We'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Welcome back to your Monday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm Liz in for Maddie. We like to look back at some of our favorite clips. There is a woman that has the greatest private catering, and it's located in Riverwalk. It's called Lauren's Kitchen, and Lauren is a really great chef, and we invited her in to show us one of her little staple meals that she likes to prepare for us and talk about all the great things that they have over in Lauren's Kitchen. Let's take a look and see.
As promised, we're going to be doing some delicious cooking in the kitchen, and we've got Lauren from Lauren's Kitchen joining us. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, so I love mushrooms, and I think that what you've got going on here is we were talking a little bit off camera. My mouth is watering, and
Yes.
I'm really excited. But let's briefly talk a little bit about what your business does and how people can benefit from it here in our community.
Most definitely. So I own Lauren's Kitchen. It's in Edwards Riverwalk. We're next in between the Bookworm and Lacey's, in case people don't understand where we're at. We do grab and go and catering, so that actually means that I prepare all the food from scratch in the refrigerators. You can grab, take it to go, reheat it at home, or dine in. And then we also do private catering, so any kind of thing is, the world is your oyster, basically. We do a lot of dietary restrictive items, which is something that not a lot of chefs like to do in the Valley. But I kind of cater to those people specifically. And this dish that we're doing today is actually a naturally gluten-free item, so super popular, super easy to do. Should it be everything that someone is familiar with having in their kitchen already, so.
Which makes it nice and convenient, and I've definitely stopped in to your location next to the Bookworm, only because I don't eat a lot of red meat and pork products. I've removed those from my diet quite some time ago, and it is really hard to find those certain items that you do love. Like, I have a hard time finding a vegetarian lasagna, but I love it so much.
Yep, we do that.
I know, because I've had yours, and it's amazing.
Perfect, thank you.
And
Appreciate
so it's super nice that people have that option.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, I just like to have all the options available. Like during the day, we have usually a protein, a chicken, a beef, usually some type of vegan option, a vegetarian option, gluten-free, all the things. And then that way someone from all kinds of dietary restrictive groups can come in and find something for each of their members of their family to eat. So
Which I think is so important. And not only that, but your space is so adorable, and your staff is so knowledgeable about what you guys are doing and how you guys are kind of making that difference, especially when you do have a lot of dietary restrictions. It's really hard when you're out and about and you want to just grab something to go quickly.
Exactly.
You can't always stop at that like Wendy's or McDonald's because you can't eat
and
that.
who knows what's in that anyway.
Right, exactly. And so it's really important that people eat healthier and they take care of their bodies, especially because we're such an active place to be right now. So let's get started on making this delicious meal.
Perfect. So these are just regular white button mushrooms that I got from the grocery store. You can buy, they come in the little package. You want to try and get the bigger ones so that you can stuff them. And the cool thing about this recipe is we're going to use every part of the mushroom. So we're not throwing away the stems. We're going to actually chop them up and use them in our dish. And to remove them, you just pop them out. It's super easy. So they just pop right out. So that way you have the nice little crevice, and then we're going to chop these up, and they will become part of our dish. So I actually have some already chopped up. So in a skillet pan, which is already hot, we're going to add just your regular breakfast sausage. And I prefer this one, but you can use whatever one you like. But it's just the kind that's in the fridge aisle next to the bacon. So you're going to brown those up, and they're just going to be little chunks like this. And you're going to make sure you break them up into little pieces. And then another ingredient is just diced onion, yellow onion, just fine diced. So we're going to add that guy in as well. And that'll cook up in this sausage fat, so you don't need any extra oil or any extra butter or anything like that. And then once that comes together, it'll be basically once the onion is tender, slightly translucent, and then that will be ready to mix with our mushrooms. And we'll put those in as well. I'm just going to turn this up a little so we have some sizzle going. Magic of TV here, right?
Magic of TV. I feel like I'm already learning so much. I'm the worst cook. Like, hands down.
Right.
It's like embarrassing, and so
No worries. That's why I'm here.
I love this.
In the Valley, I mean.
Right.
For
Well,
everyone.
exactly. You make it easy, and especially when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna host like a little gathering at my house, and I'm like, I can literally make maybe top ramen, and that's like on a good day. So.
Right.
You make it nice and convenient, and for those people who are always on the go, super busy, but they want to take care of themselves, you do offer all of these amazing recipes with a lot of delicious options and a lot of delicious ingredients so that it is healthier out there.
Exactly, exactly. And they can, I just require a 2-day heads up because we are a small staff, boutique business. So 2-day heads up, you can choose from any of my available options, or if you have family recipes you'd rather me recreate, I can do that as well. You can also bring in your own casserole dish, and I will create the meal in your dish, and you can pretend that you made that for your guests. And I'm cool with that.
Wow. You're
So,
like taking, you're doing all the dirty work for a lot of the
Exactly.
people out there who
All
can't
of it.
cook like myself, which is so incredible. And
Yep.
it's just such a fun way for people to experience what you guys do at Lauren's Kitchen.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and skip to. Oh, the other thing I add in here is garlic. I'm not actually sure where that went, but it goes in here. So garlic, and then a little salt and pepper, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. Super easy. That's going to bring the whole thing to life. And you're just seasoning it so to your taste preference. If you like a lot of pepper, put a lot in. If you don't like a lot of pepper, just a little bit. It's just going to give it a little kick. And then the Italian seasoning is going to just give you that second depth of flavor. So once all that cooks up, we'll add in, finally, right? I think I finally turned it on. We'll add in the cream cheese, and this is just store-bought regular cream cheese, full fat. And I do about half a package for like 1 package of mushrooms. So you're not even doing that much cheese. So it's kind of diet friendly. I don't know about sausage, not really, but whatever.
That's all right.
Details.
I mean, it's called balance here.
Yes.
You're getting your mushrooms, so you're getting your fresh veggies that you're just
Exactly.
really only going to bake.
Yes, exactly, and you bake them. So, and they're baking in their own juices. Like again, like I said, you can just use like a little Pam spray. You don't have to use olive oil or any other extra fats. And that actually just goes on the mushrooms. We'll get there. Anyway, so once this cooks down, it will become like this.
Yum.
So this is just the mix, totally mixed up. I fine chopped everything, and it just becomes like a big cream base like this. And then what we're gonna do is just stuff the mushrooms. Pretty easy. I like to load a huge bunch in there, kind of have it over the top, because when it bakes, it will cook down. So like so, put them all in there, stick them on our baking pan, one that you can see. Boop.
I love this. I
Yes.
love anything that has to do with like those comfort food elements.
Yes.
And I feel like this is bringing all of that comfort food together. This makes me feel like the holidays with my mom right now.
Yes, exactly. And this will give you like all the smells of home without like too much effort. You can still enjoy your party. You could also do this ahead of time and then just pop them in a 375 oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, and they'll reheat perfectly just in time for guests to arrive, and you can already be ready to go.
Which is super convenient, and this is also great finger food. So
Yes.
if you're looking for something to serve up on that platter as you're kind of hosting everyone, whether it's for the holidays or whether you're just having one of those amazing dinner parties where you want people to think about the food as you're walking out the door. Now, is this something that people can order in bulk from you guys?
Oh yes, 100%. Yes, I do parties anywhere from, my minimum for selections is about 4 servings. The max is 300. So you just tell me where you want to be on the spectrum, and I got you.
Which makes it super nice and convenient. We're going to take a very short break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to check in on all the products, see how everything is going, and then see what that final product looks like, tastes like, and then tell you guys how you can enjoy Lauren's Kitchen for your parties. So stay tuned.
Perfect. Thank you.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now we've got a Rumple blanket with us, which this is the original puffy blanket. And if you have not seen one of these, well, then they are great for the environment. And the reason that is because this blanket right here is made out of 60 recycled water bottles. So I'm just gonna fold this down a little bit. You can see what the blanket looks like. These are absolutely amazing if you're getting out there to do anything outside. They are water and stain resistant as they are finished with a DWR on there, making it nice and convenient for all of your outdoor needs. Not only does it curl up into this nice little packaging, so it's super low-key, mellow to take anywhere with you, but as well as getting it out and about, it is made with synthetic insulation, which means that it is machine washable. So if you do spill something on it, it's super easy to get nice and clean. You can see that this is a beautiful one with the Arches National Park on it. You can head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on one of these fabulous blankets, or you can go to their website at sunandski.com, and that way you can order one right to your house. We want to thank them for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to the TV8 Weather Center. Let's take a look at your Monday, everybody. 8 a.m., 34 degrees. Your high today is 50 degrees. We have a 30% chance of a wintry mix later on in the day. Partly cloudy skies. Winds will be coming at us out of the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're going to take a look right now at the full day. We have sunny skies in the morning. It will start to cloud up by noon. 45 degrees with partly cloudy skies. By noon, 48 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. Clouds will continue and snow showers will appear by 8 p.m. and it will be about 41 degrees. Now we're going to take a look at the I-70 corridor, find out what's going on in Denver. They have a 30% chance of snow showers with 64 degrees. Partly cloudy skies over there. In Vail, partly cloudy, 30% chance of precipitation, 50 degrees is your high. 30% chance of snow showers in Eagle with 57 and partly cloudy skies throughout. Same in Avon, 30% chance of wintry mix and 52 degrees. Taking a look right now, your overnight low tonight is 27 degrees. We have a 60% chance of snow overnight mixed with rain. And we're going to take a look right now at the week, see what's going on, if we have anything to look forward to like sunshine or anything like that. By tomorrow, not so much, 70% chance of a big snow shower and mixed with rain and snow. 46 degrees for your high, 27 degrees for your low. By Wednesday, tapers off a little bit, 30% chance of precipitation, 50 degrees is your high, partly cloudy skies, 26 degrees is your low. Thursday, we'll have partly cloudy skies, 52 degrees is your high, 28 degrees is your low. By Friday, 40% chance of precipitation, and we'll have snow about in the morning time. 44 degrees is your high and 21 degrees for your low. And then by Saturday, we'll have mostly sunny skies, a nice weekend ahead. 50 degrees is your high and 28 degrees is your low. Thanks to Sun and Ski for giving us this fabulous weather report. They're located in Avon. You can shop online at sunandski.com or go on into the store and talk to one of their experts and get gear for every season of the year. That's a look at your weather. Now we're going to go on over to the Vail Center, and we are going to find out what's going on with the Villard Performing Arts Center. They have so many great things going on, and we're going to find out all of that through the Vail Valley Information Center. Let's take a look and see.
Welcome to the TV8 Visitors Bureau, getting you in the know before you go. We're up here in the beautiful Beaver Creek, and if you are looking for activities to do, well, they've got an app that can guide you through everything you need. So you just have to download the Beaver Creek Village Guide, and it'll get you everything from restaurants and shopping to when activities and events are taking place. There are so many great activities always happening up here at the Beaver Creek Resort, and one of them is the Vail Performing Arts Center. This is a great venue for you to go and enjoy so many incredible shows. It's going to be super easy to buy your tickets using the app, and we're going to show you how to get there. Once you buy your tickets to go enjoy the Vail Performing Arts Center, this is how you're going to get there from the covered bridge here in Beaver Creek all the way over there. Let's go. Once you make your way down to the Vail Performing Arts Center, you get to go inside and enjoy their 535-seat intimate venue where they do so many great shows. So make sure that you check it out and use the app to plan your entire trip up here in Beaver Creek. That's going to do it for this edition of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. We'll see you soon.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail. And today on our show, we are thrilled to have a spotlight on a Vail trailblazer. That individual is Marka Mosier. So please stay tuned and learn about everything we can do to be a trailblazer here in the Vail Valley. We'll see you soon.
Have you heard the exciting news? Well, we're here to share it with you. Good Morning Vail is now a podcast, so you can stream us on all of your favorite streaming devices, whether you have an iPhone or an Android. So make sure that if you are on the go, that you get in the know by streaming us on any of those platforms. We love what we do here at TVA, and we love to give you the information, so make sure that you can catch us all the time.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun and Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon, or learn more at sunandski.com.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Flashback on Vail Valley. Hard to keep a secret when you are getting interviewed on TVA. We're taking a look back in time at vintage TVA segments. If you'd like any more information or to see any more vintage or classic cuts from TVA, check out tv8vail.com. Taking a look back in time right here on TVA.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I don't know about you, but I am dying to see how this recipe turns out. We've been chatting with Lauren's Kitchen. It's a great look back. She's located in Riverwalk. Let's see the end result of this delicious dish.
Welcome back to the TV8 kitchen, which we've now given up as Lauren's kitchen here at the TV8 studio. Lauren, it smells amazing in here. We're just a couple steps away from having the finished product. And so what left do we have to do to these mushrooms?
So the only thing we're going to do left is the Pam spray. It's just any kind of spray that's non-stick you can use. It doesn't matter what kind it is. And I just like to spray the top of it. I also wanted to mention, I put these on parchment paper. That's going to help prevent sticking, because the last thing you want to do when you're preparing for a party is to be struggling with the pan trying to get these mushrooms off. Just use parchment. If you don't have parchment, foil works as well. And then we're just going to spray the tops of them like this. And this is just going to give it a little sheen. It's going to make sure the mushrooms cook through, get shiny and pretty, and also will keep everything kind of golden and moist. That's what we're going for.
I think is so incredible, and especially when you're cooking mushrooms in this capacity, you don't want them to become nice and dried out.
Exactly. Do not forget about them in the oven. That's the key.
That's the key. So once you pop these in the oven, what do you want your oven set to?
Okay, the oven, you want to preheat it to 375. I like 375 better than 350 because it'll cook a little bit quicker. It's going to do exactly what we want and not take like an hour to cook. I think I wanted to mention that I know like back in the 70s, 60s and 70s, everything, casseroles and stuff went in at 350, and everybody's just used to recooking things at 350. But I choose 375 because it cooks quicker, it gets everything perfectly golden, and it just takes less time.
So when you
Don't suffer.
right. You're not sitting there like, oh,
yeah. Why is this taking like 30 minutes when it could take 15? It's like half the time, really.
And this is a great tip, especially because we have a lot of people that come into town that may want to get their hands on these, recook them at their home where they're currently staying as they're visiting, and things cook differently at altitude.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. Good point. So if you are above 9,000 feet, I'm talking to you, Cordillera, and Batra Gulch, you want to basically give everything at least 20 extra minutes from what the recommended time is. And that's going to be for reheating like beef tenderloin, which is one of the holiday specials I do. Because if you do just the basic time, it is not going to reheat. It's going to like get to temperature and then it's going to stop cooking. And you want to actually like continue to cook that through. So you want to give it another 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes on average just to finish cooking.
Which I think is really important, and that's something that I've definitely struggled with recently.
It took me a long time to figure out.
Got
it down.
Right, perfect, which is why we turn to you for all of these important questions.
Exactly.
Now, we were talking a little bit off camera, just because I don't need any red meat or pork products, and obviously this is including some of that. So this isn't a meal that I would necessarily come and get, but you guys have some great alternatives, which would make this meal super friendly to my diet.
Yes, so we've got a couple different options. We do a vegetarian option that's going to be spinach artichoke dip, kind of similar situation where you brown the onions and then you put in spinach to saute until it's wilted, garlic, salt, pepper, cream cheese, same thing, and then a little bit of artichokes. And then I'll just actually pulse that in like a food processor just to get it smooth so it all chunks into the mushroom perfectly, just like kind of what we made with the puree of the sausage. And then another option, and those are really tasty, really good. People love those. Another option is a vegan stuffed mushroom, and those I make with sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, onion, garlic, and walnuts. And the walnuts pureed in a food processor will give that active like a creaminess without having to use cheese. And those are great. And same thing, you just stuff them, put them in the oven, cook them off, and voila.
See, I think it's so incredible when we have all of these options, because sometimes you hear a meal like this and you're like, this is what I want, that stuffed mushroom. I want the crunch of the mushroom. Like, I want all of it, but you have a hard time finding it where it matches your diet.
Exactly.
And so to have a place like Lauren's Kitchen is so incredible here in our community. Now, what inspired you to create Lauren's Kitchen?
So I got the family story. I'm a 6th generation Texan. I escaped. And I grew up cooking with both my grandmothers, paternal grandmothers, and basically we did Southern comfort food all the time. So chicken fried steak, Texas style chili, that means no beans. We did all kinds of like biscuits and gravy, all the comforty stuff. And I really loved doing that because they would let me just have free for all in their kitchen. They'd be like, here's the pantry, here's our leftovers, just make something. And I would just like create all these concoctions. Then I'd usually test them on my little brother.
What a good little brother.
Yeah,
what a
right?
good sport that
Exactly.
your little brother is.
Yes. And we'd get a thumbs up or a thumbs down, then we tweak it and keep going from there. But one thing I noticed with Southern comfort food is it's a lot of heavy fats. So a lot of like dairy, like I think to make my grandmother's famous chocolate pie, it takes 2 sticks of butter, and that was just like extreme.
Right.
So my whole goal with Lauren's Kitchen was to try and kind of keep the comfort food feels, but reduce the fat a little bit. So that's why I have the vegan options, et cetera. And then also I try to downplay the butter and the cream wherever possible. Not saying I never use cream, because I definitely do in some of my casseroles, but it's less than what I grew up on. So it's slightly healthier.
Which I think is important. And also, there's nothing that beats that home-cooked meal and the flavor of it. And just based on your story and based on what I got to see here, I can tell that all of your food is made with love, which is one of those incredible things that, honestly, some people like me definitely miss since I'm not close to home right now.
Yep.
And also, I'm a terrible cook.
Yes, I am here for those terrible cooks. I've got your back, you know.
This is what we love. This is what I need more of in my life. And so now you've created this entire business, and you do a lot of things. We were saying from servings of 4
to 300 we can handle. I just need a little heads up. We're not miracle workers. If you come in the day of, I'm going to ask you to come back tomorrow at the very least. But during the holidays, we're a little extreme, and so we need to have as much notice as possible. That being said, I am booked this Christmas. But anytime after that, Easter, et cetera, spring break, we're open, we're ready for you guys.
Which I think is so incredible, and especially as we're starting to see like engagements coming to town to happen.
Lots of weddings.
On the snow and the weddings
Yes.
and all of these fun activities that we know and love here in our community. Now, if people are interested in booking something with you, getting their hands on some of your delicious food, what's the best way for them to do so?
All right, the best way is go to my website, and that's laurenskitchenedwards.com. If you click on, there's 2 buttons there. There's going to be grab and go and catering, which is what I do. So grab and go is going to be more of the storefront. You're just going to come in, see what we have that day, take it home, or eat it at the shop. And then the other option is catering. And if you click on catering, there's a whole set of all my menus that I have currently. And then from there, you can pick and choose whatever you like. I try to list all dietary restrictions. So gluten-free, vegan, if you need any of that. Otherwise, just pick what you like. And I also do naturally gluten-free, naturally vegan. I try not to use the weird alternative stuff. I'm not a fan of rice noodles, etc.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, so then you just shoot me an email. Let me know exactly what you want, how many people are in your party, when you'd like to pick it up, and any dietary restrictions you have, or if none. Also, I need to know if if it's just a group of hungry teenagers, I need to know that because they eat like 3 times as much as most people. Went to a party recently and it was all kids, and I was like, oh my goodness, I do not have enough beef tenderloin, and each kid had like 5 pieces, and I was like, these girls aren't gonna get any because the guys took all the meat. But it's because I didn't know. I thought it was just a regular group.
I have identical twin brothers. They are 12.
Oh, yes.
And they eat like truck drivers.
Yes,
like
100%.
they can just eat and eat and eat and not stop at any point. And I'm like, you are a bottomless pit.
100%.
So that is a great
Please let
point.
me know that.
If you've got a room filled with bottomless pits, make sure that she knows so that she can accommodate to that. Now, we have let these cook in the oven for a little bit of time.
Yep, so about 10 to 15 minutes at 375. And then we'll see what we got, and then we'll decorate it and make it even prettier for your guests.
All right,
so ready for this?
Yes, let's pull them out. Let's see this final product.
Perfect.
Let's see how delicious they look now that they're all cooked through.
And this is I have a magic of television set here.
Yes.
So these are going to be a little bit more golden than the ones that I just put in because they were cooked a little bit longer. And you can tell that they're just a little bit golden on the sides. And you can tell that kind of cooked as well. It's not as white and pale like it was. And then what we're going to do to decorate it, easy peasy. I just have some fresh chopped parsley. You can also use dried parsley. If you do dried, put it in the mix before you put it in the oven, and that'll like tenderize it. Otherwise, you got weird crunchy parsley on top. whatever. It's your mushroom, whatever.
These are all such good cooking tips, and especially because I'm just like so oblivious.
Yeah.
So this is something that really helps.
And then this is just grated Parmesan cheese. You can just use the kind in the green can, whatever works for you. And you just sprinkle it on, and you see how it kind of like makes it look like little snow dust.
Yes.
Pretty, and then that'll also give a little bit more umami to it. And then you do the parsley. Pretty, right?
Super pretty. They look absolutely delicious. I'm really sad that I'm missing out due to the sausage on these, but they look beautiful. And so people can definitely come and get their hands on them from you.
Yes, definitely. I do need a pre-order on these. They do not hold well, so I don't have my fridge stocked with a lot of the appetizer finger foods, just because my whole goal is minimal waste, and I don't like things just sitting in the fridge. I hate throwing away food that doesn't sell. So anything that's in the fridge is going to be something that can hang out for at least a day or two before it goes, and then before it sells, I should say. And then you have about 5 to 6 days to eat it after that. So,
Amazing. That's incredible. Lauren, thank you so much
You're
for coming
welcome.
in, making the TV8 studio Lauren's personal kitchen, because I really love it, and you can come back anytime to hang out with me.
Perfect.
Teach me all these cooking tips,
Yes, there's plenty more tips to go around. Definitely.
Lauren, thank you again so much
Thank you.
for coming
Thank you so
in.
much for having me.
Make sure that you check out Lauren's Kitchen. It's a great place where you can get your hands on some delicious food that's going to be healthy, hearty, and really bring out that Southern comfort food, but also while making it feel like you're eating at your mom's house. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tva8vail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Good morning, Vail.
Liz here at your TV8 Weather Center. Let's take a look and see what your Monday and the rest of the week looks like, everybody. By 8 a.m., 34 degrees, 50 degrees is your high today. We have a likely chance of rain at 30%, and we have winds coming at us from the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. We take a look at the full day, sunny in the morning, and as the afternoon rolls in, we get clouds rolling through at the same time. By noon, partly cloudy skies and 45 degrees. By 4 p.m., 48 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. By the time it's 8 p.m., it'll be snow showers and 41 degrees. Taking a look at your I-70 corridor over in Denver, 64 degrees and 30% chance of precipitation. In Vail, 30% chance of same, 50 degrees. 57 degrees in Eagle and 30% chance of that wintry mix. And then in Avon, 30% chance of precipitation and 52 degrees. Looking at the overnight low tonight is 27 degrees. We have a chance of 60% of snow showers while we sleep. It's going to be a mix of rain and snow. We'll see what's on the ground when we wake up in the next morning. And the next morning, we will have 70% chance of snow showers, mix of rain and snow on Tuesday with a 46 degrees for your high, 27 degrees for your low. By Wednesday, 30% chance of snow showers, partly cloudy skies, 50 degrees for your high, 26 degrees for your low. By Thursday, partly cloudy, 52 for your high, 28 for your low. By Friday, 40% chance of precipitation rolls back in the morning, 44 degrees is your high and 21 degrees is your low. And then by Saturday, we'll have super sunny skies and 50 degrees for your high and 28 degrees for your low. Now that's a look at your weather. It's been a great Monday, and I just appreciate everybody for thank you so much for tuning in to TV8 Vail's Good Morning Vail, and I just had a great time with you guys this morning. Thanks for checking out all the clips we have, educational, and so many other things that we have here for you guys on TV8. We appreciate you tuning in. Maddie's back tomorrow. We get to hear about her vacation, hopefully, and find out all the great things that's going on in that little girl's life, because we just love Maddie and we miss her here so much. And we also just want to remind you guys to have a great week and tune into all of our special programs and, of course, our new segments as well. It's been a great Monday. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you for the rest of the week right here on Good Morning Vail on TV8.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious